Hello, everyone. Good evening. Amazingly, everything is not on fire yet, but I would like to point out, before we get started, if you would look at Soleras' screen really quick, take a look in the upper right-hand corner of the capture. I want you all to see that one little pixel just sitting there.
It's right there.
It's just there.
We've been staring at this for the last 5 minutes.
We have. So now you all get to see it too, and now you can't unsee it. You're welcome. But no, we're not here for that pixel, even though you really can't take your eye. You can't take your eyes off it, can you?
No, not at all.
No.
What's going on? What game is this?
Free Enterprise with an extra magic pixel.
It's a freer Enterprise.
It is. It's Free Enterprise plus. Oh god, maybe if I just hold up my hand here, maybe that'll work. Hi everyone, good evening. Well,
yeah, that's a good idea.
Are we ready for this race, Smatey?
Oh, I am beyond ready for this race. I've been ready for this race all day. All I can think about, this is going to be one for the ages.
It really is. And for anybody that didn't catch the first race, obviously it's not a spoiler because you see the records right in front of you. Soleras came out with a Game 1 win, looking to close it out against, I mean, these two are some of the best in the business. Like, this is going to be a show.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of these runners have been incredible so far this tournament. Martin, did that pixel show up on Dekar's screen?
Oh, it's there too!
Has that pixel always been there?
I never noticed it until Pancras told us this. And now it's, I'm never naming my characters ever again.
Yeah, no, never go to this screen again, folks.
Nope. It's just gonna be default. Yeah, we're good. So we've already talked about Pancras because he's the one restreaming this. Potato was the smart one. Potato never unmuted, probably isn't listening to any of this right now. Good on him, but make sure you go follow these guys. They're all wonderful. I'm ready for this.
Yeah,
I'm
too.
So ready.
Always good to see some Red Moon action here. Just such a little, I want to say little step up in difficulty, but it's just kind of little changes here and there that make this, a little more intense of a flag set than what we've been seeing in the Blue Moon.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun helping work and develop this one. Mainly because boss hunts are a different beast. I mean, it's not a mix and match of boss hunt or go find a character or go turn in a key item or whatever it may be. This is straight up. We are looking for 7 of these 8 bosses, and there are some rude ones here.
Oh yeah, speaking of different beasts, taking a look at some of them down there. There's that Nope Noodle sitting there. That's one that we're going to have to find. I'm sure a runner's going to be hoping to run into it early in one of those easier spots, but running into it on the moon might not be an ideal situation.
No, not at all. And hey, we're off and running. Here we go. What do we have? Oh, that's vanilla. Okay, that's not vanilla. And that's also not vanilla. So, okay. We have a cane.
Yeah, we have a little bit of randomization here. That pixel might have messed up a bit and gotten in the way of our randomization algorithms, but we still got that
just a little, right? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to make a bold call here. I have a cane. I'm going to Evelyn.
I like it. I like that play. What's kind of your logic there?
I'm not doing the characters. Like, right now, my DPS is basically, hey, I need Kane to have a viable weapon. So, yeah, you could bank on the fact that maybe you're going to find the twins and have access to the twin command and everything. Mm-hmm. But right now, Cecil does not do a lot. So you need to find Kane a weapon, and he's your early game DPS. Hey, look at this. Rosa and Rydia.
Yeah, I don't hate this at all. You're not going to get any immediate power out of there, but if you come across a self-summon, Rydia can definitely carry down that hook route with some healing, and Rosa, nobody hates to see Rosa.
Yeah, no, not at all. Checking the shops here, I'm not against. Knowing what's here is a good thing, even if you can't afford it now. Take the few seconds, and, we saw charm arrows here, so if and or when, probably more be a win. When Evelyn comes in play for those traps, charm arrows, yeah, they put in some work.
Yeah, and speaking of that Sylph Summon, it is available for sale over Mysidia, so that is an option if our runners want to lean on Ready a little bit. Oh, there's some Blarg, and we're quickly out of there.
Wow. That, yeah, it's a great boss to have off the table. It
Yeah,
is.
and
It's...
shoutouts to DekarSMASH for like what seemed like a frame perfect reset there. I think we only saw Watchman for 1 second.
I mean, you sit through it obviously because, you know, Ogopogo's on the list, but at the same time, knowing that is there means you're not walking into a surprise Sparkle fight and having basically Wyvern, you know, nuke you into next year.
Yeah,
So,
precisely.
hey, look, Soleras in Evelyn
There you
finds
go.
the poison axe.
You called it.
We have a weapon for Kayn.
Yeah, that is going to be significant early game damage for Kayn.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
he's
hitting
gonna be able to carry hard.
Yeah, unfortunately, hitting the trap chest kind of sucks, but that's, I mean, I'm still okay with checking these. Like, you're looking for anything viable that gets you up and running because we know Kayn's going in the middle slot, so you don't lose, you know, too much damage with an axe. That's a Leviathan summon. That's huge.
Oh, that's big. Dwarf Axe would have been nice if this was the Blue Moon, but we can't get that back row glitch. Still not an awful weapon for Kayn, but I'm liking that Poison Axe a lot more.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the Dwarf Axe, there's a Sid. So we have, have an, that's a defense. Yeah. Okay. If I'm Soleras, I'm like, wait a minute. That's Kayn's best weapon. Yeah, I'm gone. Let me go.
Red Moon?
Yeah, yep. The random tier 6 just line round, and yeah, take the left, go get the Leviathan, and you're out of here. And look at that early game. Like, yeah, that's silly.
Huge for Soleras. That is so much damage. You've got phenomenal single target damage now with Kayn. Once Rydia gets the MP to cast Leviathan, she's going to be taking care of all your multi-target fights. Rosa gets some levels, and she can handle your support duties. You're set if you're Soleras right now.
Yeah, very good place. And there's, I mean, at this point, yeah, your bosses are not going to like you very much here. And away we go. So, and we're only 4 minutes in.
Yeah, no kidding. This is not what I expected going into this, but very welcome. Any chance to get Rydia online and supporting early game, I'm all in favor of.
And it's ironic that I was watching a race earlier and Soleras was in the channel and actually mentioned that Leviathan has become like his favorite like early game damage in this flag set. And lo and behold, here it is for you on a plate. Have fun.
Some good news for DekarSMASH though. Poison Axe inside of Antlion Cave, so he's not going to be hurting too much for damage. Of course, that defense sword, big advantage for Soleras right now.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, Poison Axe is still going to do work. You know, Sid with his natural strength and putting him in the middle is still going to hit really hard. So,
yeah, very important to keep him in the middle though because of that accuracy.
Yeah, Poison Axes. Boy, I can tell you stories about Poison Axes, but first we have to say hello and goodbye to the Water Hag. So
yeah, damage not much of a concern here, thankfully.
Yeah, Poison Axes. So off-slot Poison Axe. Let me tell you, damage ranges anywhere from like 160 to 1400, and everything in between. You wouldn't think it's possible. Oh, it is. It really is. It's terrible. All right,
and
what do we...
Rosa leaving the party on Soleras' side.
Well, okay. 2 reasons. You could keep her for a slingshot possibly later. Okay, well, I mean, we have a party that could do Mac Giants, but... exit. Oh, that's vanilla and sad.
Yeah, little sad.
One
of the 2 items that really just doesn't do anything for you.
Yeah, the saddest ruby of them all. So this might turn out to be a slight advantage for Soleras here. Dekar's walking this out. Well, he looted everything, and you're not going to give up the Poison Axe and everything. Soleras, on the other hand, may reset out of this. Yes, it's a key item. Do you need it?
Every second kind of counts. These races have been so tight, so
you don't have
Kella. See a reset from Soleras. That's a very good point.
Yeah, there's no instant exit here, so, and I mean their last race. I mean, I'm not gonna spoil the times here, but Look, we've seen races decided by 10 seconds and less already.
Oh yeah, we've seen multiple.
Those 10 seconds matter.
100%. Just the Magus Sisters up on Hobbs. Not anything we are interested in. Quick reset from Decker.
Also very happy to see them gone.
Yeah, they can be very painful in certain Magic Ending spots. Absolutely.
Like, I don't know, a back attack on Ordeals. Yeah, they're no fun there. That just, ugh.
We had a match yesterday where they were at the King Queen Evelyn spot, and they were actually surprisingly a bit of a wall there with the party that we had.
Yeah, very, very punchy, especially when Cindy goes away, and there's our Sand Ruby.
More like sad Ruby, am I right?
Look, I'd put money on the fact Soleras thought about it for a second, like, do I reset out of this, or do I take this and walk it out? I bet he thought about it.
He thought about it, but then there's always that potential you can get to that 10 key item mark.
Yeah.
Meet that double experience.
And I mean, you look at this party right now, like, okay, great, we have Cecil. There's no Tella, so D money is off the table.
Right.
There's no Edge. Stealing Sirens are off the table. So, getting to 10 is probably going to be important in this seed. Short of an actual hyperjet where, we're all wondering in 40 minutes what we're doing with our lives.
Yeah, very, very good point there. You got to be thinking long-term for your grind, and there's not an enormous amount of grind options on the table right now.
No. And honestly, I mean, between these two runners, I don't doubt they'll brainstorm something to make this work. I mean...
Oh, yeah. That's one of the very nice things about these particular flag sets for this tournament is they really reward kind of out-of-the-box thinking and really understanding the game and its mechanics.
Yeah. And I think that's a lot of the allure of this. Oh, that's a nice pan. So, no fading Fabul today unless you want to do that walk twice. So, yay. I think that's
a lot of bait for anyone who would potentially skip it, but it looks like neither runner is today. So no one getting baited there.
I think a lot of us have gotten over that. Like before, it's okay, I just want to do Fabul in one trip or maximum 2 trips. In this flag set, it could be a required boss there, could be darkness, could be an earthquake. Like you can't give your opponent that up on you by not doing it. So
it's one of those checks, the Fade Fabul that really has like its roots in very, very early free enterprise before we even had objectives. It was always wanted to get that 3-in-1 Fabul was always the prize. So we would see people Fade Fabul all the time, but yeah, in the era of objectives and boss hunts and things like that, that's just kind of slightly fallen out of favor.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, look, it's a Punch Mage. That's our last character. And, well, unfortunately,
not terribly interested.
That's okay though. We're all right. I mean, you look at this party right now, it's pretty solid. Like I look at this, you have your Dwarf Axe wielder, you've got your 2 front rows, you've got your 2 mages in the back. Like this is so the only difference right now is exactly Leviathan, and we're gonna see if that begins to start paying off for Soleras here shortly.
Yeah, right you are. DekarSMASH popping those sirens here. Very high experience spot here. One of the highest on the overworld. So wants to get those characters up and ready to take on this ordeals.
Yeah, 5,500 experience for each of these 2 fights. I'm not going to complain about it. So you start with either 1 or 2 sirens. You hope it's 2. The reality is it's probably 1. But
the other benefit, Snake Girls, very cute.
Yeah, they're cute. They don't like healing magic very much, though.
No, they are undead Snake Girls, which, I don't know, is a little bit of a red flag, but...
You sit there and you're like, cute, probably shouldn't. Nah, I'll get over it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Okay, never mind. I don't want to know what the worst that could happen is. That's actually terrible.
Hey, there's Odin. How's it going, buddy?
I don't think Odin's gonna like us very much.
Not at all. I think he's not long for this world.
Yeah. Oh, Soleras is going shopping. I think I know what we're buying.
Yeah, those ethers.
You thought I was gonna say Sylph.
Oh no, no, the ethers. We gotta feel that Leviathan spree.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, due to this flag set, like camping gear, you can't count on camping gear. I mean, you're not shopping that much in this flag set. So, you've got to have some way to get your mage's MP back. And ether ones, yeah, they work just fine.
Yeah, very useful. And of course, camping gear can't use it mid-battle. And, Rydia's MP pool, until you get into the higher levels, isn't enough to sustain a barrage of Leviathan casts, and we've got a lot of HP to chew through in the hook route. So yeah, Ether's very, very useful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry folks, you have to go all the way out to Final Fantasy, I believe 9, to actually use camping gear in battle.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that. Wasn't there a chance that like a snake would bite you?
Yeah. Like throwing tents at old Gizmalook.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
Right.
Yeah, and causing blind on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
what a weird mechanic that was.
Wasn't it? So, but speaking of mechanics, well, I don't think we're killing this in one cycle.
No, not at all. This is going to be a lot of HP to chew through, but I'm sure our runners don't hate it because that's a bonus key item.
Yep, absolutely. The earlier you see this, okay, as viewers, we want to see this late because at that point you're probably in face check mode, and when it's late, it always has the key item you need to finish the game, and you get punished by not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
When it's
Always
early,
100%.
Yeah, when it's early, it ends up being like a samurai hat or something, and you're just like, oh, yay, thanks.
Yeah, always remember every seed rolled for free enterprise is sentient and vengeful.
Mm-hmm. Very much so. So, but I'm not seeing the vengeful side of it yet.
Oh, that's how it tricks you into a false sense of security.
Yeah. I mean, because we set this up as a forced hook route, vengeance can always be on the hook route, and boy, there's some really mean ones that can happen. So
yeah, I mean, just looking at the required bosses for the seed, some of these I would not want to see on this hook route. Cagnazo, Ogopogo, Evil Wall, even Asura can be a pain.
Hey, you know what works really great here against D-Mist?
What's that?
Leviathan.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that. I got a feeling we might be saying that about a few bosses.
Yeah, kind of a useful tool.
Yeah, the one thing you got to be careful about here is the charge time on Leviathan, because you're working against that mist form, so you want to be able to time it right so that you can get in as many as you can while it's up.
Yeah. So, but Dekar's through. We're going to get our first look at the mirror room, see what's waiting for us, and I mean, would we like to see the hook? Sure. What would I rather have it be? Twin Harp.
Oh, I think everyone wants it to be Twin Harp right now.
Yeah.
Put that trolley problem on the runner's plate of, are you going to go to the hook route before the harp? You're going to leave it.
Yep. All right, what do we got? Oh.
That's not interesting.
Well, okay, it is. I mean, you think about, because of the fact we don't have glitches, Luca Key is a viable item. Once you're underground to go check and everything.
Right, yeah, it does gate a boss and a key item, yeah, absolutely.
And I hate to say it, but like, look at our required bosses right now. How many of those would you not want to see down on that Luca Key? Most of them.
Most of them, yeah. Okay, fair. You have redeemed the Luca Key in my eyes, Martin. Congratulations.
Most of them. Not a great boss to play with down there. Oh no. No, when you played Free Enterprise as long as we have, that spot can do a number on you.
Speaking of bosses you don't want to see, King Queen Evelyn here, you're kind of hoping that's in a harder spot.
Yeah. Once again, it's one of those, like, you really wonder, especially like later game, if you find these two, okay, cool, it's free. Could be a key item you need, even though you're on a boss hunt, but it might be. But they talk a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So then you have to sit through that. And it's like, the later the game gets with a boss like this, the more prone we are to just letting them go. I find that really interesting instead of just,
good point.
Yeah, it's so free early on, but later on you're just like, no, this is not a boss I need. No, I'll come back later. Possibly never.
Well, we have got our paladins online.
But we don't have a hook.
We do not have a hook. So, gosh, Baron in, I think, is all we... Well, we also have the D-Mist tournament as well.
Mm-hmm.
So.
We do. So, but Paladins are online.
Indeed.
Oh, Evelyn.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Oh, Evelyn.
If you've got a Paladin, there's probably a crystal sword somewhere.
I've said it since we first started working on this flag set, but the reality is, if you do not do Evelyn with a Cecil, you live and die by the results. So your opponent's going to do it.
Yeah, exactly.
The chance of a shiny stick for this guy is still enough that if you fade it and you're wrong, I mean, I don't like calling seeds early, but it's very nigh impossible to, overcome a Excalibur Crystal Sword.
Yeah, it's just such a tremendous source of power, and
Mm-hmm.
leaving it on the table like that, and I absolutely understand wanting to take the risk because I've been there and gotten burned before. It's just it's so tempting to be like, oh, it takes so much time to get in there and do all these fights, and I hate Mad Ogres, but I mean, leaving that hardware behind, it's just too much.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling, to lose on that one. It does come with one side benefit too, usually because of how our rotation works in the early game, is doing these 3 fights. As long as you can keep your white mage alive, usually you will end up with Blink, which is wonderful for a hook route, or if you have a Palom, Quake. So they serve a dual purpose rather than just hopefully getting Cecil a shiny stick. Is they can set you up for that hook route where something that may just decide that you need to die, maybe Blink saves you, maybe Quake saves you.
Precisely, and especially when you've got Paladin Cecil, Blink is invaluable because you get those cover strats are now on the table.
Yep, very much so. Sadly, only a Rune Axe from D-Mist, but I mean, we'll find use. I see an Asura on our boss list.
Yeah, Asura on our boss list, and Soleras can still go in, and these Mad Ogres are still in there. We got the Mad Ogres on Upper Babel. Rune Axe makes very quick work of them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Soleras in the neighborhood. Yeah, we'll just do Baron in now, and we can swing by Evelyn before we do the hook route. I'm okay with it.
Oh, hey, there's a boss.
Wow.
If I'm Soleras, I'm breathing a sigh of relief.
Oh yeah,
I'm fighting that here.
As a viewer, I'm sad though.
Yes.
Why here? No,
I like Soleras. Soleras is good folk. I don't want Soleras to suffer.
They're both great people, but put the evil wall somewhere at least that requires a small bit of a challenge. Come on. And instead, what do we get? We get a doctor that talks too much.
We do indeed.
Now, see, I'm okay with finding the doctor here. You know why?
Why is that?
This spot has no speed.
Very good point. Yeah, so you're not going to run into any problem where you kill one early and it absorbs the other.
Yeah, or, if you're fast enough, not hear this dialogue. Get him!
And we find the stalemate encounter over on DekarSMASH's side.
Mm-hmm. Now, the one thing about Dekar, it looks like Dekar did the left tower first. So Dekar now has Leviathan. You think he goes back for Rydia?
I don't know. I personally would be tempted to.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Dekar might just be incredibly comfortable with the team he has now. I could see it going either way, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you look at this party. You have 2 sources of Blink. You have a solid anchor. You've got Kane and Cecil in the front, eventually. Not right now, but, I mean, that's a pretty solid party, no matter how you cut it. But you don't have a Black Mage.
Your only concern might be, a mid to late game Antlion or something, where you don't have any magic damage and you've got to eat through all of those counterattacks. Something like that might be painful, but especially with the hardware you're going to get out of here, you're going to get that defense sword here.
Yep.
Potentially something out of one of these chests.
We're hoping. I'm okay. So
now maybe I get
now,
maybe I get Rydia.
Yeah, now I'm going to get that Rydia.
Yeah.
It's like, excuse
Leviathan's
me.
good. Bahamut's even better.
Yep. Yeah, if you're not blarging, you're not trying. Also, Soleras, buy a carrot. Soleras. You know better.
Come on, memes, buddy.
Come on. No, I don't blame him. You're going up against Dekar. Like, nah. Save the memes for later.
Memes today.
Yep. Nope. There is one speed here, and this is go as fast as you can, which is faster than most of us.
100%.
So.
See, now I'm thinking, yeah, go back, grab Iridia before heading down the hook path, and slingshot her on the Mad Ogre test in upper battle. Oh, wow!
Oh!
Well, now.
Okay, so I'm happy because we don't have Tella. Because otherwise we would know where this seed is going immediately.
Yes, and then I would go put on a pot of coffee.
Wow, that's... Oh boy, that's interesting.
So how do you feel about Mac Giants right now?
I mean, with what's available to us? And 2 white mages? I joked about it earlier, like, ew, Mac Giants, but now it's like, wait, this is actually viable.
Yeah. Well, not immediately going for it, but it's certainly something that's on the table.
Okay. If I'm Soleras, okay, here's the other problem right now.
Sirens.
So.
Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
Let's go with the easy stuff.
So. Yep. We know what's here. This is probably going to be, I would say, maybe get 3. Let's see if we see the exit come out. Yeah, that's exactly what we're seeing. Yeah, we're going to Eblin. Basically, all the loot in Eblin is going to turn into whatever we can afford in here now. So yeah, but that Bahamut, oh boy, that's going to be big.
Yeah, 100%. And going to Eblin now, both of our runners going to have it, so that's going to be some nice parity there.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this is probably going to turn into transition where we see Dekar go to Baron Inn, and Soleras is now, going to, unfortunately for Eblin, going to drown all of Eblin with Leviathan. So,
Eblin has just been through so much lately.
Yeah. They know what's coming, and they might be able to stop it, but... Yeah, and like Pancraz, calls out in chat here, Soleras has the Iridia level advantage. Yeah, see, there's this thing called, what's it? Oh, MP, yes, MP. And you need 60 of it, to cast a Bahamut, so... And I hear levels get you MP.
Can we verify that?
Well, technically a Soma drop does too, but you're supposed to feed that to Keen. Something about true. Memes. Yeah,
he does need them. Yeah, I thought this was Final Fantasy 2. I didn't think we had levels here. Oh, wrong Final Fantasy 2.
No,
my bad.
Yeah, I know which one you're thinking of. Wear 2 shields and I don't know what you're talking about.
Get your agility up with 2 shields and you're invincible.
Yeah. No, we haven't been around the block. We know how this goes.
I got all these different spells. A third of them are just instant death spells. Let's go.
Yeah, it's great. So, okay. So while we probably have 3 minutes before these two sync up again. Once Dekar gets the news of what's sitting behind that rat tail, I mean, I know sirens are there. I get it. Could a case be made for it? Absolutely. But do you detonate this hook route with a Bahamut? Also, absolutely. You're only at 1, well, technically Soleras is at 2 bosses. I don't think I do Mac Giants.
Yeah, one thing I might be tempted to do, and this might be a little unorthodox, is I know, I believe it was Dekar grabbed an hourglass out of a chest somewhere.
Used it.
Oh, we did
use it.
Okay,
on the skeleton and Staleman fight.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep. Okay. Well, which is super smart.
Yeah.
If I had that though, I might be tempted to head up and at least knock out 1 Gold Ryu fight and just take the huge level burst from that.
Yeah, the XP, the 90 grand from that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or and let's throw this almost in the same direction. Go do the hair dryers on the moon.
Oh yeah.
Because that's
And
another
that's
swing
another
at a sword.
that's another high tier
Mhm.
loot grab as well.
Yeah.
A significant amount of XP.
Yeah. So yeah, Soleras, to no surprise. Hey, look, we got through that Evelyn really quickly.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Turns out little girls with pet dragons are kind of a threat.
hey, you know what? So yeah, definitely benefit to Soleras by doing that, that partial dive of Evelyn early. Grabbing that defense sword, everything, leaning on it, and
Yeah,
it's
because ultimately our runners have made the same checks. It's just been the order in which they've done them that has given Soleras a little bit of an advantage here.
yeah, and funny enough, it's been 24 hours, right? We can talk. I can broach this subject because this sort of happened in game one. Oh, by the way, that's free.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, go for it. I'll allow it.
The exact same thing happened in game one. Is the order of checks that these two did in the first race turned things completely sideways to where somebody, I'm not gonna say who, but somebody was ahead AD money grind by 15 minutes just because of the order of checks that happened. So yeah, this game, unfortunately or fortunately, depending which side you're on, can punish you for what we perceive to be, oh, okay, this makes sense. Well, cool, you get rewarded. Well, I'm gonna do something silly. Cool, you get rewarded.
It's understanding the odds, playing them, making calculated risks. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, and being okay with it. Like, the Evelyn trap chest, it's 10% to hit a tier 8. That's not great gambling odds, but you know what? We do it all the time.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I'm fine with it.
It really kind of goes to show just sort of the versatility of the randomizer.
That's rude.
So important. That is a lot of HP.
Yeah. Hey, you know what the great part about this is, though? Guess what? Yeah, here it comes.
Yeah. A lot of HP, but that's also a lot of damage.
Yeah. Most things, funny enough, don't do well with Blarg. So yeah, for anybody that doesn't understand the mechanic of this fight, it's very simple. It is 64% of the HP total of the location. That triggers the explode script. You now have 10,000 HP. Either you chew through it or it explodes and creates all the little bombs. Gray bombs have 8% of the HP total. Red bombs have 4. Gray bombs decide they get to punch exactly as hard as Mom. And after 2 rounds, they start exploding and doing the rest of their HP as damage to your party. So you're kind of on a timer.
Yeah, good heads up play there, but Soleras holding on to Rydia's turn and just bombs come out to throw the bomb out instead of trying to raise the damage.
Yeah, unless you're really comfortable with the fact that you can chew through 10,000 that quickly, just don't. Hold a J item handy, just hold it back and just be like, okay, I got this.
And I'd be surprised if we can see a safety save here. I think we're going right into it.
No, not at all. Won't even. Really?
All right, I'm fired.
You know what? No. Soleras is going to watch this back afterwards, and he can listen to when I say this. You chicken. Okay, this wave does roughly 300 to 350 right now. All you have to do is throw a single Cure 3 on Cecil, and you're through. That's it.
Okay,
that's the fight.
So in Soleras' defense, this the stakes are high. Don't want to make any mistakes, and he's in the driver's seat.
Oh, he's gonna jump it. Oh, that's cute. Okay, well, unfortunately, he wasn't fast enough. Yeah, see, Cure 3 on Cecil, and you're through the fight.
Yeah, I don't think he even needed the Cure 3. I think he had enough to soldier on through.
Okay, I've tried that. You know what happens?
Remember
how you talked about earlier how the game finds ways to troll you?
Yeah, that's fair.
It would troll you.
That's fair.
It would.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm throwing the Cure 3 as well. I'm not tempting fate.
It's like, oh, I'm going to punish your hubris by not saving, and I'm going to high roll all 3 waves. Yeah, have fun.
Oh, Pancras pointing out no jumping for DKC says no jumping, just like that gravitas we were talking about earlier.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's on Battle Speed 1, if you get Kane in the air ASAP, You take the first wave of the face. The next 2 you float over, and jump doesn't trigger the fact that he keeps attacking. So you can do it with a very low HP Kane. So, oh, hi there.
Not a terrible spot for that boss, but also not a boss we're interested in. So.
Also not on the moon. Very sad.
Yes.
Must have gotten lost. That's okay.
He was trying to get up to the moon through the tower, and it wasn't working.
Comment from Potato in chat. He wants to make sure he has the Cure 3 for Mylon Z. Boy, was that a conversation. Yep. We have a good time. Dekar doing the other set of ogres. Why?
Yeah,
I don't know. Some Rydia possibly that doesn't have levels? Yeah, it makes sense.
Want to get that MP we were talking about with those levels that may or may not exist.
Now, here's an interesting play from Soleras. So I don't think you have the agility set up to make this fly, but notice we're not doing any of the trap chests coming down here.
Mm-hmm.
You actually have the ability to with Rydia with Leviathan. It's possible, and these are weighted pretty well in terms of getting Cecil a shiny stick. But Soleras is just like, nah, I got a pan. I'll take a swing at Yang. We're good.
So, if you might know the agility levels here, can Rydia outspeed the ghosts with a summon?
Yes.
She can. Oh,
yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, you need to be pretty well anchored for this, though. Sid may have, because of that DKC fight, may have a few too many extra levels to where his agility is like, I don't know, 6 or 7 with that Dwarf Axe on. And
Gotcha.
Rydia is definitely not at like 17 agility right now. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So these are these things that these two right now are processing literally on the fly. Where it's just like, wait, should I do this? Can I do this?
Yeah, meanwhile, I need over here with 15 graphs and a calculator. And
okay, at least you didn't say an abacus or a slide rule, in which case we were going to have a different conversation. Also, that is one... I mean, don't get me wrong. I cook my eggs fast, but not that fast.
Well, like, I mean, some people like them extra crispy.
Yeah, I mean, on the topic of Blarg and egg, I mean, I'm a huge fan of like, those Italian pizza ovens. The ones where like you flash fry a pizza.
Oh,
where it's like 1100 degrees for 60 seconds.
Yeah.
And it's done. That's what I equate like Blarg and an egg to. Is something like that. So, yeah, Blarg and an egg is like pizza. Perfect. First, I've compared Avengers to rotisserie, and now we have Blarg and an egg to pizza.
Right. Yeah, we're just
I'm making headway.
Master chefs tonight.
We're getting there.
And some more Leviathan, as if this wasn't already a heavy seed.
Hey. What are we looking for here? I mean, in the item shop, we know where sirens are. We know where coffins are.
Hourglasses would be the only thing I'd be thinking of. But not a huge... When you've got... not a huge concern, but... They'd be really the only thing to round things off at this point, I think.
Yeah. I mean, obviously a little more DPS for Rydia, so maybe some stat gear for Rydia would be fantastic. Charm Rod or, whatever shape that may take.
Yeah, make Blarg more Blarg.
Yeah. So,
Well, hello there.
Hi there. Hey, have you met my friend? Its name is Runax. And if you haven't, I have another friend. You won't like him anymore.
He doesn't have effective damage, but it doesn't need to be effective.
Yep. So, hey, that's required. So, yeah, we are sitting through Dwarf one way or the other. So,
yeah, Dwarf is just by nature of the 2 boss checks and the item, it's just paid off so much so far this tournament.
It's also very interesting. So, I'm a big fan of, and this is kind of Rex Banner's fault back in the day when we used to all, play together and practice together, but the Zot 1 check, you're beginning to see more in this tournament, especially when you have access to things like a Twin Harp. Because, I mean, you look at like this, okay, this is a required boss. This is great. What if you could fade Dwarf? What if all you did was come in here, spy the first boss, and be like, okay, I don't need this boss, and I already know what the second boss is, because I went up and did Zot 1 first. I'm not sitting through all these cutscenes and everything. I'm gone.
That's actually pretty clever, and I hadn't considered
Yeah.
that extra intel you get from the Zot 1 check. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, in certain cases, it works out a lot better for characters, especially like Fu, where you pick up, an extra 3 spells because of it.
Right.
But there are cases where you see that play made where it's like, okay, well, if I'm going to sit through a Twin Harp, which in this flag set is kind of cheeky unto itself.
Hard required dwarf.
That is, I mean, Dwarf's not going to have all the goods. I mean, we've seen it. We've seen seeds so far in the tournament that have been 2 bosses and a Darkness Crystal here. We already have a Darkness Crystal. So what else would we like to see out of this?
Gosh, if I'm the runner, probably the Baron Key.
Oh, I was going to say, how about an Earth Crystal with a shiny stick in it?
Oh, yeah, that too. That
would be that would be an appropriate prize, I think. So.
Now, the Hurdle Turtle can often be an obstacle, but no, not today.
No. I'd like to say I feel bad for that turtle. No, I don't.
No, 100%
no, I don't.
Never
Not
feel
for
bad
a second. Nope. Anybody who's played this game has probably had their game ruined by that turtle.
Yeah.
That's catharsis. Right there.
One too many required hook routes with him sitting there.
Yep. So, but hey, Dekar's Underground. Where are we going? Spoilers, we're probably going to turn the pan. We're not going to the pan.
Well, joke's on you, we're going to the Fame Arch.
Okay. I mean, I guess the pan is always there, so... I'm thinking. How would this pay off?
I mean, 2 bosses sitting there, but I don't think DekarSMASH is in any position to take them on right now.
Yeah. Maybe a curse ring?
A curse ring could be really nice. We haven't seen any so far in either runner's screen.
Yeah, finding a curse ring in a shop down here or something would be nice. So,
Now we can get underground!
I told Soleras that I wouldn't do this one devoid of all emotion and everything, so I will be as excited as I can be. Yay! We can get underground now.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
Yeah.
Oh no, I will always do it excited, Raimon. I'm always excited about free enterprise.
So, Bacchus for sale in the March. That's big. Soleras checking Luca. Also big. One of those is free.
Yeah.
The other one might be required.
Yeah, that's interesting. At least we're going to get the intel here from Dekar.
Yeah. Drop in battle speed 6 here. Yeah, this is straightforward. This is going to be coffin, and that's it. So.
And maybe get a life glitch out of it too.
Nah.
Not a ton here anyway.
Nah.
Actually, now I feel stupid. Do we even have the life glitch on Red Moon?
It's the only glitch you get in Red
Moon.
Okay.
I had to double think there.
We couldn't deprive people of like D money and other, they like, nah, you gotta give them the life glitch. Rest of them, nah.
Lunar Staff isn't the worst thing in the world.
It's functionally viable.
Yeah.
Like, it's useful for your party members, so I'm okay with it. Well, that's half a forge. I don't think you'll walk it out.
Whoa, we're halfway there. Whoa, adamant is where?
I see what you did there. I like that. Yeah, no.
Yeah, we're just,
Yeah.
No point holding on to that legend sword.
Unfortunate. That means we won't get to see Forge. I'm sad. It's never anything useful. The rule is by uh-oh.
Well, that's required. Well, not necessarily required, but it's on the list.
Huh. That's 5.
We're running out of bosses.
Well, okay, so let's paint the picture while these two, kind of, go over each other's steps here. That's 5 bosses we know of. Okay, elements, not easily doable, but doable. Okay, you're at 5. You have the Darkness Crystal in your hand. But the danger is, look at our key item list. How many bosses can't we put eyes on right now?
Way too many for comfort. You know, we've got
6
yeah.
that we can't see. If you're going up to the moon, you're probably killing things on the moon trying to find these key items.
Yeah, and I do not like doing the moon on these flags without being in face check mode. So
yeah, so
I'm questing around. I'm looking for key items. I'm trying to finish out the blue planet here.
So we may see some divergence. I mean, all of this entire conversation probably goes moot once we find out what Sheila gives us from the pan.
Mm-hmm.
But she also
We
could
got
give
two
us.
checks up here.
She could give us like a spoon and a moon veil.
Yeah.
And then we're still in the same boat. But she never does that. Ah.
Yeah, but we're in the same boat with a moon veil.
I mean, I like the moon veil.
You can string that up like a sail on the boat.
Okay.
I don't know where this metaphor's going, but
I just go use the moon veil and elements, get it done, and get out of there.
That's actually probably, if we ever got one, that would be the best use of it right now.
Yeah. Never have to come down the march again. Yeah. So.
All right, big Sheila reveal here. Okay.
That one, on the other hand.
Yeah, that I like.
Yeah. That's a very happy moment. So that package. It's probably one of the most, if not the cheekiest check right now in this flag set.
That is something I would be putting way to the back right now. At least until after this Baron check.
Well, I mean, what Dekar doesn't know right now is that Dwarf has 2 bosses.
Mm-hmm.
So Dekar is not with the knowledge that we're at 5.
Correct. That being said, I can't imagine it's going to be too far in the future that he's going to check Dwarf.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if Dwarf comes immediately after this Baron play, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
Depending on what Baron gives.
Take a look at what Soleras is doing, though. We're taking a swing at elements.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are we trying to do some Cecil? Yeah, it looks like we're trying to set up some auto cover strats. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, now the one bad part about this. Auto cover is great until we get to the next phase.
Yeah.
Because then the sequence goes into Fire 2, Fire 3, and Glare, and they're all area.
Yeah,
so
nothing Cecil can do about that.
Yeah, like if you don't have HP to survive those,
So we're kind of hoping that Rydia can push us through here as soon as possible.
Because here they come.
Okay, doesn't hit too hard.
Oh, don't worry, it gets worse.
Yeah, I mean, it does, but...
It gets worse. Oh, it gets so much worse.
And our Blarger is down, unfortunately. Hey! That's a boss we need. I keep saying required, but no, it's 7 out of 8 bosses.
That is 6.
That is... Oof.
We know Soleras is going to get this knowledge.
Right.
If Soleras gets through... Oh, boy. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, So, when these two finish what we've seen on screen, and you're at 6... I also look at...
That's kind of close enough. Like, it's not technically face check mode, but it's almost close enough that I'd be willing to give it a try.
Well, and here's the other part, too. Because of that pan turn-in. Oh, Soleras is taking another swing at it.
I respect this a lot.
Yeah,
you've already done a little bit of a grind. Like, try to knock it out.
And you don't want to walk back down here again. That just never feels good walking this twice. Dekar's also at 9 key items due to that pan turn-in. If we can hit 10, And we know where sirens are for
Oh
sale.
my gosh!
Well, or we could just be in go mode.
Baron, hard required dwarf. What is this seed?
Okay. Yep, that just happened. So, okay, so uh-huh.
That is a thing. That is definitely a position that we're in now.
Yeah. So let's paint another fun picture. Let's go back in time. 35 minutes. You ready?
Yes.
Could you imagine if you faded Fabul defense the first time around?
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
How much that would put you behind right now? Like,
yeah. Because you just looking around for that pan and just being like, well, I'll get it eventually.
Yeah. When you see that pan and what it turns into, and you're just like, oh, I'm in trouble. Like that. Wow.
By the way, just want to shout out DekarSMASH here. Incredibly nice heads up multi-target venom there at the beginning of the fight.
Oh yeah.
Obviously didn't have the time to set up on Golbez since we didn't know he was sitting there, but gets that out, and because of the status priority is able to avoid the hold gas.
Yep. And this spot is creepy. Like it's not like, oh, we're doing thousands of damage here, but it's gonna be enough that like you you want your party to be able to throw up a Starveil ASAP.
Precisely.
So, yeah. On Soleras' side, though, we're in phase 3. We got through Ruby.
Yeah, that's great news for Soleras. This is going to give him a chance to stabilize.
Yep, and now that he's got Blink on Cecil, this fight should be all but done.
Yeah, just a few more blargs, and he will be through.
Yep.
And, if he goes to follow that pan next, then he is sitting very pretty.
Well, and here's the other thing. So, okay, I love these what-if scenarios. Let's paint another one for you. You ready?
Yes.
What if this turns into a key item?
That gets a little scary.
Because, once he turns it...
would probably be the worst one it could turn into, because that's a big rabbit hole to go down.
It is, and it routes so well for Earth into Baron. That's dangerous beyond belief.
Let me layer a what-if onto your what-if into a delicious what-if parfait. What if it is Earth Crystal, and the Alt Gauntlet is in Zod?
I'd get over it. I'd get over it. Well, it's a hat.
Just a tiara, so never mind.
It's a hat for Rydia, so yay. It's actually a very good hat for Rydia too.
It is indeed. Let Rydia wear it.
Yeah, there goes the hat. Yep.
Right on before we forget.
Yep. All right, that's fine. So yeah, as soon as Soleras sees this Baron, he's gonna be like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
Yeah, this is just gonna be a matter of.
So.
He's got to be going. Oh no.
Yeah.
Might be healing up. No.
No,
Soleras.
No. What? He's going to turn the pan.
Oh, did he already hit Young?
Remember, he went there first. That's when we talked about the Filth Trap Chest. Wow, what a I get. Okay, so obviously Pancraz, being a man of the people, I think he had a plan in mind. Because as much as I would love to say, hopefully everyone's enjoying this race and highly technical amazingness that these two have put on, there's still more races tonight. At this rate, we're going to get you out of here quick enough that you're going to be able to get all the races tonight. So, no worrying about the VODs here. Oh no, you're going to catch them live.
Yes, indeed. In fact, let me tell you about those right now. Just starting right now over on Free Enterprise 2, we've got Apex Corvid versus Y2 Sky. That's going to be a great one. And then later at 11:30 tonight on Free Enterprise 3, we've got Scratch Dragon and Mike 34. Another really exciting match. So yeah, don't go anywhere tonight. We've got plenty of entertainment for you.
Yep. More monitors. Get more monitors. If you don't have them yet, you should. So Soleras is like, ooh, Baron Key. Hey, I should go do something about that. Yes, you should. So now, the one benefit to Soleras right now that Dekar did not get from this, guess what happens when he finishes Baron? You see how it says 5 of 7 bosses? What do you get when you go 7 of 7?
Oh, you get the. Oh, that's another. There we go. Sorry, I had to follow your logic a little bit. I'm like, what happened?
So not that I'm psychic, because honestly, this does not take a degree to figure this out. This is how this is going to go. Soleras is going to finish Baron, get the crystal, probably still be like, oh my god, are you kidding right now? And then go straight over to Evelyn Cave, buy more sirens, go burn them probably on eggs, because we don't have, he might have hourglasses, I don't know. Go burn eggs, go up to the moon, finish again. That's it. That's your game.
Yep. Yeah, no hourglasses means we can't really take good advantage of that gold dragon time at the moon.
We don't have, I mean, we kind of have a pretty good way of like killing dragons with Blarg, but a lot of the allure of dragons is being able to get a life glitch off.
Precisely. It's
kind of hard when Iridia's going quad 9 with Blarg, so, you know, hey.
I wish I was a fly on the wall on Soleras' room right now. When he hears this, when he sees this this Golbez on the throne.
Yeah, right. So yeah, well, you know, boy, do we have free enterprise problems when we're talking about Rydia and Blarg doing too much damage. What a world we live in.
Rydia, why are you too good at this game?
You know.
And Rydia's dragon proves to be superior to the Nope Noodle, and Soleras is moving on.
Now, Soleras. Let's see how wizened we are here. Healing up, good idea. You think he dumps battle speed to 3, just in case what we know is exactly there is there?
I don't know. Doesn't look like he's gonna.
Nope. So, but we are anchored. So we have possibilities for this. And there's that reaction moment of, oh boy. Oh boy. Yes, Pancras. Soleras did check it.
So here we go. Let's see how Soleras handles this fight. Looks like he's just going to wait for the whole gas to go out.
Mm-hmm.
Does have Sid down, so
right.
that is helpful.
Let's see who lives and who dies, and then we get to play the 50-50 game. So Dekar sitting through everybody's favorite cutscene in Dwarf.
Can someone please stop the hand that's moving slowly towards
right? It's like
just watch it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
No one in this team has initiative. It's just step up to the plate, guys.
Yep. Good sign for Soleras. Hey, look, Cecil's alive. Yay.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Will he survive the first spell that comes out? He might have enough time to get a veil off.
Yeah, and it's 1200 HP. Even if he doesn't, probably survives it.
That was
never
close.
Concerned. Was never concerned. never a worry.
So you remember I said earlier that it's not thousands of damage? No, but it was 1,000 of damage. Yeah. Wow.
Hashtag calculated.
Woo. So.
The brother defeats the brother, and that is going to be a crystal in Soleras' hands.
Yeah.
And DekarSMASH going to hit up some eggs here, get prepared for that elements fight, and that's going to put him in go mode as well.
Mm-hmm.
Gosh, you tell me what, I can't remember the last time I've seen a pass in one of these seeds.
You know, if you're not finding the pass early, chances are you're just not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way this flag set was, developed, well, when you're in face check mode, you're probably not killing things, which means you're not getting the key items from it. So guess what? Sorry. No, you're probably walking the LST more than once.
Yes, indeed.
But not in this case. Oh, no.
The moon is just a vessel to get to Zeromus here. Nothing of value up there.
Yeah.
Except maybe a lone alt gauntlet hanging out somewhere that no one cares about. It's probably on the Ogopogo altar.
Mm-hmm. Now, on Dekar's side, I'll tell you what, we've all been in this boat too. It feels bad doing eggs on 9 key items.
Oh yeah, it's the worst
Yeah,
feeling. It's the worst feeling.
it really is.
Because
So,
you know mathematically it's the right play, but there's always that
mhm.
thing in the back of your head going, what if you just found a 10?
Yep.
If you just went
Yep.
and quickly found a 10?
Hey, look, Soleras is going to buy Sirens. Gee, couldn't have seen that one coming.
Not at all. This is the
Nah.
most shocking development so far
Yep.
this seed.
Wow.
But yeah, that's probably going to be, at least at this point in the race, the defining element has been not having to redo the Fame Arch, just knocking out the first try. And
Mhm.
again, it just comes down to that order of checks.
Yep.
Of course, far from over here, still plenty of time for anything to happen. I still think this is going to be a close race in the end.
Mm-hmm. So, and yeah, Wylam bringing up a very valid point. Yeah, now doing that elements fight early, that's unless you have a way to shortcut the fight somehow. Like if you're sitting through all 35,000 of that fight is rough. So it was very well done.
Yeah,
on
that's
Soleras'
kind of
part.
one of the advantages Palom would have over Rydia as far as casting magic is, you know, if you got Palom up enough, he could potentially get one of those tier 3 elemental spells off and phase skip.
Yeah.
Rydia, you don't have that option because you can't reflect her summons. So
Exactly. All right. So yeah, commence eggs. He bought 15. 15's a magic number for a certain character for a reason. The question is, are we doing all 15?
I can't imagine we're going to do all 15. I think that's just the normal amount to get. You know, you got the money, go ahead and get it. Don't think about how many you actually need. We got enough levels that I don't think we're going to sit through all 15, especially with double XP.
I mean, as a certain individual, you know, very eloquently, I might say, says, nuke is a heck of a drug.
It is.
Do you need it?
I would argue with this party that you don't.
I mean, you could go hybrid here. It'd take longer, but you could. But I'll tell you what, though, nuke white makes it really short. So
it does. I'm always hesitant to try to do reflect strats if I only have 2 mages. I feel most comfortable with a minimum of 3.
Oh, obviously you weren't around enough in Admin Cup that.
Yeah, I was not. No,
I was saying, boy, that was kind of a de facto standard in the last tournament. Like, come on. Also, welcome Raiders. Welcome. Free Enterprise 3 is here. Spoilers, we're in go mode. Woo!
Yeah, another sub-hour go mode. Just hashtag just ZZ5 things.
Yeah, you've shown up for you missed the Blarg eggs though. But don't worry, you're here for more.
Yeah, if you were a fan of Rydia, then definitely go back, catch the VOD for this. This was a seed that really got to see her shine.
Yep. Early game Leviathan into little bit less than early game Bahamut into all sorts of fun things. So
only slightly less than early game Bahamut.
Yeah. It's been a quote unquote blast, and yes, I will probably get yelled at for that meme, but that's fine, whatever.
If anyone gives you a strike for that meme, I'll just mega nuke it off your record.
Oh, thank you. I so appreciate it.
I play favorites here.
Yay! Okay, for Soleras, that's also a good feeling right there. Is when Kane jumping can actually kill an egg.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. Okay, when we're talking about the caliber of these two runners, like these are two of the best in the business. You don't want to hatch an egg. That's time. And the more eggs you hatch, the more time is consumed. So keep one-shotting eggs. Knowing when you can actually do that is a big difference. So that's why you saw Soleras do that little party flip there, knowing that, hey, guess what? We're in that spot where Kane can actually do it now.
Yeah, it's one of those really nice moments during your grind when you finally can comfortably hit that 1800 mark.
And that's things you'll learn, you know, as you play the game. So if you want to learn to play the game, you could go join our Discord. It's a thing.
Ooh, that was such a smooth segue.
Thank you. Yeah, Discord, great information. There's a lot of people that know a lot of things and some way too much. Like that Wylam character floating around knows completely way too much about this game. But there's a lot of us, and we can tell you all sorts of amazing things that in time you may wish you never knew about Free Enterprise, but that's okay.
Soleras finished with his grind. We're going to go raise the big whale.
It is a pretty big whale.
Oh, it's
like
rather large.
Yeah. I haven't crashed it into like almost every castle in the game. Like, no, it's fine.
I have heard that it can hold at least 8 adventurers.
It can. I also can say that there is flight school for piloting a whale. The lead instructor is somebody we all know. He might be the restreamer. His name might be on the screen right now. Just putting that out there.
Trying to think. Pankraz's airship. I'm trying to think of like a good name for
what, flight school?
Airship Academy.
I mean, first, you would think you start with the slower one first, right? You think you would start with the whale and work your way up to, like,
right.
You know, not having to slow down the Falcon or things like that.
Yeah, like the whale is much easier to parallel.
Oh no, the whale is last because the amount of damage it can do if you miss. That's why the whale.
It's as much the speed as it is the mass.
Yeah, the whale's the advanced course. So. But yeah, I mean, you called it. Like, Soleras did not do all those eggs. So either that or we're going to be splitting the XP here. And maybe we're going to do some dragons or something on the way down.
Yeah, definitely
to get the rest
a possibility.
Of it.
But we'll see how comfortable Soleras feels at this level.
Yeah.
It's an incredibly solid team for Zeromus, so you got to think Soleras is feeling pretty confident.
Yeah, and also, like, you look at this too, it's like, well, I'm going up against Dekar. How many eggs can I really afford to do here? So,
Yeah, like you would think both runners, if you're in go mode at 103 and you're ready to go, that would be that you would feel confident there. But no, not with this caliber runner. You got to know if I'm in go mode at 103, they're probably in go mode at 102. Like that's what you got to be thinking.
Or 104. Like it's right in that range. Like so. But yeah, this is our walk to Z. This is 2.5 minutes straight down to the bottom from the top. So the question is, do we stop on the way down?
I always love this. I always get this is where the nerves start kicking in listening to the Red Wings theme, and then I judge my own personal time based on when the song restarts.
Yeah. That would have been the floor we stopped on there for Soleras, so no. We are going straight to Z, folks.
Yeah, unless he wants to save first, but I doubt it. I think this is it.
I mean, this makes sense. You save for. I mean, Soleras probably will do some things in the Z fight to at least make it less possible that it blows up. You will probably see some type of wall go up on Porom in this fight just to keep her alive in case the counter nuke decides it's going to hit the wrong target. But yeah, overall, we have a pretty good feeling how this fight's going to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, Dekar launched on the whale. Dekar, with the cutscene and everything, probably, I would say, 3 minutes behind right now.
Yeah, give or take.
We're that close.
Yeah, about 2.5 on the walk and then 30 seconds in the cutscene. That sounds about right.
Yep.
But Martin, I think this is the time where we pretend like we don't know what those flags in chat mean.
It's only 7:15 my time. It's not nap time yet. That's not for like another 8 hours. So,
okay. Well, it's I'm on the East Coast, so I'm ready to go. No, I'm tired.
That's fair.
So I'll take a nap, and why don't you explain what those flags mean in chat?
There's over 5. Look, okay, we could move Z. Okay, it is possible, but we like Z where he is. So instead, we randomize Z's sprite. So there's not 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 69, 420. No, there's over 570 different variations of Zeromus. Zeromus enjoys this cosplay. So, is it a cute hat? Might have a butt.
It might.
I don't know, but
the hat
something.
might also have a butt.
Yeah, but I don't see the problem with kicking the butt though is what if we accidentally kick the hat? That's not good.
That's why you want the hat to have a butt so you can kick the butt of the hat.
Okay, all out. Well,
That's a butt.
and I mean, the crown's kind of a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. This feels like a little bit of a tasteless sprite right now.
Okay, so here we go. So look at these numbers right now on Soleras' side, though. That Porom is concerning.
Yeah, that is not a comfortable amount of HP.
No. So counter nuke went on Radia. So okay. So Sid's our chemist. He will survive the opening one. So yeah, here we go.
Yeah, this is going to be. I've got to imagine that Soleras is thinking, I'm gonna nerf every one of these big bangs that comes out, because if one goes out unnerfed, that Porom is not surviving, and that is your only source of healing right now.
Well, and it's not so much even, Porom not surviving, is chances are Sid would not either.
Yes.
And at that point, you basically have two Zerkers running. You have a very small window to get people back up once that black hole fires.
Yeah,
so,
right you are.
So yeah, this should be a very carefully crafted fight. This isn't done.
No, not at all.
No.
There is, I've said it once, I've said it a million times, there is no such thing as a free Z fight. There are just so many moving parts to this fight. And even Big Bang itself just has such a random spread of damage.
Yep.
Anything can happen, and you're never completely safe. So
no.
Soleras is a top tier runner, absolutely understands what he needs to do during this fight. So let's see how he handles it.
Yeah, and here comes Dekar right behind. Now, Dekar has one thing right now that Soleras does not, and it's exactly Rosa. And she's got 2,000 HP.
Yes, that's going to be a much more comfortable fight for...
Yeah, so let's see where, this is anybody's game at this point. So this is, I can't believe I'm saying this, gonna come down to RNG.
Yeah. I mean, Rando's gonna rando. If Soleras has a smooth fight, then this is in the bag for him.
Yeah.
But if there's any kind of speed bump pops in, then Dekar's right back in this.
Yep.
Decent damage coming out from the two melee fighters here. Popping Sensible back up right before that big bang. Excellent timing there for Soleras.
And that, based on the timing, that should be nerfed. Yep, we are still in business, so...
Yeah, and if you haven't tried to do this yourself, it cannot be understated, or overstated, excuse me, just how difficult it is to properly nerf those big bangs. It's such a tight window.
Yeah. So, Soleras sitting on this, should be waiting for the black hole to fire. It's not gonna fire, so yeah, Cure 4 needs to come out at this point.
Yep. We have a phase transition, so...
Yep. And yeah, while I'm bringing up tipping is huge. Yeah, you don't have to reset your party. It's no longer, hey, I have to drink more Bacchus, etc., so forth. It's no, just keep doing what you're doing. So.
Yeah, just another one of those moving parts, just getting timing on when you're moving phases, and yeah, that could not have worked out better for Soleras.
Yeah. Okay, Cure 4 coming out. Yeah, this is great. These are very mirrored fights here, so. Oh, that is a danger, unfortunately, Veils do not last forever.
Yeah. Not the worst thing in the world. Rydia wasn't the biggest contributor there. Be surprised if we see that Soleras pick her up.
There's a problem.
That is a huge problem. Oh,
that was
goodness.
not nerfed. Yeah.
This is what we were talking about, and now we just have Berserkers left.
Yeah. So this turns into a black hole, and now it's how do we get enough people up to get
that
moving.
Black hole is actually a blessing in disguise there, because now we've got a chance to actually stabilize this. If we had gone right into media phase from there, then...
Yeah, but then this comes out.
Yeah.
So this is the danger. So you need enough time here to get Cure 4 off on Porom. This isn't. Yeah.
Oh no!
It is such a scary fight. Like, we're so used to going into this fight with, all the characters alive and everything. The less characters you have taking actions, the faster Z gets.
Yes.
So all of a sudden you blink and, oh, hi, here's another big bang for you. Like, eek.
Yeah.
So
there is a lot of wisdom in just jamming that ATBQ.
yeah. So wow.
So now all of a sudden, for the first time in most of this race, DekarSMASH is in the driver's seat, and this is his race to lose.
Yeah, and you notice immediately, like, we talked about it earlier, that Rosa with 2000 HP now it's such a boon for Dekar.
Yeah, Dekar is in a much more comfortable position. It's a slower position, obviously, because you had to grind more for it, and you're gonna have to rely a little bit more on healing. But he's in a place where he's looking at big bangs, and he doesn't have to worry about nerfing them necessarily. Oh, this is going to be so close. There's another shake. Remember, DekarSMASH is facing elimination here. His tournament future is on the line.
Yeah. But I mean, come on, we can't root for or against people.
Oh no! I'm just trying to drum up some drama.
Well, I was gonna say, but we are Team Free Enterprise, so of course we want a Game 3 because it's more Free Enterprise. Duh. So yeah. Also, a case could be made for a Game 4 with a tie, but yeah, I haven't been newspaper this week. I can afford one. It's fine.
I have been banned from rooting for ties, so I will explain.
Yeah. I mean, see, the thing about ties are high entertainment. It's just admins have to do more work for them. That's the bad part. Like,
high entertainment, high upkeep.
Yeah, if ties were less work for the admins, they wouldn't mind.
Rosa taking the nuke there, getting the Berserks back on. Should have more than enough time to get herself healed back up before the next big bang.
And those Bacchus ones that we found in the march.
Yeah, and
kind of
you're seeing right now just how much value those Bacchus wines have as far as action economy in this fight.
Yeah. Because, could you get both people zerked up by the time the next big bang fires? Maybe it'd be really close, and I don't want to play that game. So... Wow, what a race.
Yeah, this kind of settled in. There's the rocks. DekarSMASH is close. We are at the last 12,000 HP. Cecil dodges them completely.
Cecil's just like, just let me have my Game 3. Thanks for coming, everyone.
And I think that's it.
That's it.
DekarSMASH has done it. Push this to Game 3, beating Soleras, coming from behind. GG. We'll get an official time as soon as we can, but a minute or an hour 14. What an incredible time.
I mean, let's face it, when we got to this point in the brackets, we knew what was coming. When we saw this match, this is fully what we expected. And speaking of Dekar, wow. Just wow.
Really? I'll have to watch it back.
GG to you. What a race. So I'm not surprised considering how the first one went, but yeah, you two. What is it with you two?
I don't know. We got a good thing going here, and
yeah,
good news for everybody is there's going to be another match now.
Yeah, no kidding.
And another match of two just amazingly skilled runners. This was such a joy to watch.
Yeah. I would have questions for you, but like that entire, you did everything, like, honestly, you did everything you were supposed to. It was, hey, let me do this, let me do this, let me go to Evelyn, oh, look, here's Blarg, let me go get Rydia, let me go do the hook rack, etc., so forth, and it came down to Z fight. That's all it did was come down to Z fight and character selection. So I guess that's the question I will pose you. is you took Rosa and Soleras took Porom, and that kind of ended up being a huge difference in the Z fight.
Yeah, I can totally see that, because if you took Porom, you would have to either nerf or you'd have to grind a lot more.
So why Rosa? We all know Porom, value is early Berserk and exit, obviously. Why Rosa?
I mean, given the choice between Rosa and Porom with a Cecil start, I will almost always take Rosa, because Cecil has your exit bases covered. Early Berserk is nice, but I mean, I had the early Berserk because I got, I had 2 white mages at the time, and then by the time I swapped out Porom, Rosa had Berserk, and so it was kind of a moot point.
Well, makes perfect sense.
I kind of wanted to ask you, just because of kind of the interesting placement of bosses here, when you get stuff like that where you're getting multiple bosses in the same place, and I know routing is just so important in these seeds. What is that making you think? How's that making you feel about going into Dwarf and there's 2 bosses there, going into Baron, there's 2 bosses there? Is that making you a little concerned, or what was sort of your thought process there?
Well, against a runner as good as Soleras, it's concerning, because when a seed feels that linear and feels that jetty, you start second guessing every little thing. Like, was it right for me to bail on the Fey March on my first trip down, or should I have tried to push through that Elements fight? Was really in the back of my mind the whole time.
Funny you mentioned that.
All we could say, watch it back.
Yeah.
it's an hour and 15 minutes that you will sit there and just watch you 2 side by side and be like, oh, okay, wow.
Yeah, and as a bonus, if you put it at 1.5 speed, we'll sound like chipmunks.
Oh, could we not? That's so terrible. When's game 3? Do we know?
It looks like it's going to be Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, make sure Sunday. I'm not doing anything. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Go ahead and mark that off on your calendars, everybody. How are you feeling going into game 3? This was obviously a huge match, and you played this excellently. Are there any aspects you think you're going to try to shore up on before then, or what's sort of your game plan going into this?
I don't really think it makes sense to do anything differently. As I've said before, I don't think Soleras really has any weaknesses or any particular, peculiar aspects to his game that I would want to try to play around. I think it just comes down to execution and a little luck.
Yeah, sometimes the game just has it out for you. So, but you came through this one, you tied it up. So, I'll take it. Go enjoy the rest of your game. Congratulations on the win. Thank you for dragging it out and giving us a game 3.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that.
Soleras, thank you, Martin and Smapty, for the commentary. Pancras and Fried Potato behind the scenes. And see everybody Sunday.
All right. Take care of yourself, Dekar.
See you then.
And while that was going on, Soleras, because of course that's what the game does, is the second fight? No, it's just straightforward. Because the game does that to you.
If Zeromus is going to give you trouble, it's always going to be the first time.
Always the first time, yes. No, it's never later times. No, it's just the first time. So, GG's to Soleras. Hey, there he is.
Howdy. What up?
You too. Why you do that to us?
Yeah, I don't know.
My heart can only take so many close matches.
Well, So
yeah, I all right. I'll ask you the question, but I'll answer it I'll ask it in reverse this time.
Cool.
I posed this to Dekar, and Dekar gave us the answer. Why Porom over Rosa for you?
So the initial reaction, the initial thought was like, well, it's just better down the hook route, and then I can kind of figure out what I want to do after that. It's fine. Then you find yourself in sudden go mode, and it's like, well, I guess. And I'm like, well, I could switch her. There's different things I could do with my party, or I can just just do my eggs and go. And obviously I went that way. But
Mhm.
yeah, the initial thought, well, it's usually two things. It's like she's better down the hook route and she's an exit mage. And as I'm getting rid of Rosa, I'm like, oh wait, Cecil's an exit mage. Well, okay, I guess I have Porum now. It's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of exactly what Dekar's reasoning was. Early game was amazing. Like, you played that early game so well, and ironically did exactly what I said you should do, and that boy did that Evelyn pay off for you.
Yeah, I figured I was gonna go there, which is why I looted it early, because I'm like, I'm probably just gonna go here in 2 traps, so might as well grab some stuff first, figure out a couple of the traps, and then yeah, Bahamut, sure. Defense.
Yeah, it's like, going
Okay.
there and you probably were just like, oh look, it's the defense sword. Oh,
And the
look,
defense
it's
sword, yeah.
Leviathan. Oh look, it's like, oh, okay, cool, there's my early game and mid game and most of my game, and oh boy. So
Yep.
yeah, no, very, very well played early on.
I did want to ask, speaking of Bahamut and blasting through things, how were you feeling after you managed to nail that elements fight in the Fey March? Because that ended up being, getting that on your first try, that ended up being a substantial boon for you as far as getting ahead. Like, how were you feeling really confident at that point, or were you a little worried because you botched it the first time?
You just never know in these matchups when when you're playing against people that are this good. It's I don't know. I didn't feel good. I didn't feel bad. I just had no idea.
Gotcha.
Especially something about Dekar in particular. I just never know how to feel about playing against him. So got through the first. Well, first time not great. Second time I was like, well, I have that rune axe. I know how to get through this. So it went to plan. Unlike the first time, the main thing that stymied me that entire seed, including the Zeromus fight, was Sid with some of those levels and just the dwarf axe, just not the best anchor.
No, yeah, that was unfortunately, and that actually brought up a question I had was before Sid. Obviously, we saw the DKC fight, and Sid lived through that and got probably a few extra levels he didn't need.
Yeah.
Did that factor into? Did you ever have a point in your head where you're like, "Huh, I have Radiant Leviathan, I could do Sylph traps, except Sid levels." Huh.
Yeah. I mean, it was on my mind, except exactly what you said. Plus, these seeds. What I would like to do is have a couple bosses left, then run to the moon, swap characters. But no, dwarf just had to be a stupid double, and then suddenly we're in go mode. Like, that seed went from amazing to garbage in like 5 minutes flat.
Well, that's not our fault. That is your restreamer's fault. He's right there in chat. I see his name in blue. You can go after him there.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean,
so yeah, I mean, your routing and everything, it played out so well because that elements and everything, and you hitting the crystal as your 10th key item. I mean, it was sirens into eggs into Z. What obviously you have time as you're doing the eggs. Was the plan to shut down at Cure 4 for Porum and go? I mean, where was that decision made?
It was either Cure 4 or go all the way to Nuke, right? And I just said, well, I know how to get through these low-level Zerker fights. It might take me an extra minute. I wasn't doing the calculus right, because as I'm going down the moon, I'm like, okay, I actually just have light sword, defense sword, and I have no other gear. So, like, the biggest concern is getting through the first, because you want to tip that first Big Bang, and it would have happened, but already it died.
Yeah,
took the counter nuke that first fight, and it just completely lost the tempo of that fight. Even Porum going down would have been better, honestly, because you can just pick Porum up and heal her, and it's like whatever. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, the obviously much safer thing to do was to just get to nuke.
But like you said, when you're going up against the likes of Dekar, like that's
you just
that
don't
decision.
have time.
Yeah, it has to be made in the moment where it's like, do I pull this or do I just go like? That's what we were wondering. Are you going to stop on the way down the LST? Like, yeah, it's 2.5 minutes to Z unless he stops for gold dragons. And yeah, so. But no,
I didn't have anything good for gold dragons. I had a couple mute bells, I guess, if I wanted to take like 2 warlocks, but
yeah. So, we heard your game 3's on Sunday.
Yeah, it's at 9 o'clock Sunday.
Excellent.
guessing, we asked Dekar, Smape asked Dekar, I'll ask you, do you change anything for game 3?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Play
you
my
two.
favorite as much. This, I mean, you played excellently tonight. It was just lucky to draw on a couple things. Wouldn't expect too much of a change, and honestly, super looking forward to Game 3. I'm very excited about this.
Very much.
Yeah,
so.
and I mean, honestly, losing doesn't feel great, obviously, but it's like for me, these races, these tournaments, I mean, the biggest thing I care about, honestly, when I'm on restream, especially, is just putting on a good show. Like I like being able to play well enough that I could show off, right? Show my skill and show what I can do, and so the losing or the winning is sort of like, even I was thinking about what happens to me going forward in the tournament. Either I win and then I get to face my next opponent, and that'll be great, and that would put me the semifinals towards the finals, or I can lose and I'll still be in the tournament. I get to the other tournament, the waning tournament. I get 2 weeks off. I get like 3 weeks of only, I think 2 or 3 weeks of best of one. So I get a much easier schedule, even though it elongates. It just sounds really nice right now. So everything's kind of gravy to me right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
you're painting this
absolutely
a picture
not.
of, like,
It's just
this is like a win-win for you. Like, no matter which way this goes,
it's
I'm
just
happy.
either way it goes, it's fine.
Yeah.
And the winning when you play games of when you play zero-sum games like this, for every winner there's a loser, right? You have to derive some sort of joy that isn't just winning, because you're not always going to win, unless you're 1 in a million, greatest of all time type of player.
Yeah.
Which those are very, very rare. So whatever happens. I'm going to play my game, and it's going to be fun.
Well, if the goal was to put on a good show, you absolutely succeeded tonight. This was
Sweet.
One of the best races I've seen all tournament. So.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah,
Well,
very
that's
well
exciting.
done. Looking forward to game 3, and go go enjoy the rest of your evening, and we'll see you back in 48 hours.
Yeah, pretty much. I shall. Thank you, Martin. Thank you, Smape, for the talking, Potato for the button pushing, and Pankraz for in the race room.
I know where he
Pankraz.
inhabits. Don't worry, you can find him later. So
Dekar asks, hope we get another fun one. My next message was glares at Pankraz in italics.
Yeah, that's an F word. Yeah, we have others.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks Pankraz for putting on the restream and whatnot. And see y'all later.
All right,
Bye.
take care, Soleras.
Take care.
Smape, wow. Whew.
That was one heck of a race. But boy, we're not done, are we?
No, but before we go, is it? I expected this. Honestly, when I saw we were on comms for this, I expected this type of seed to happen. It didn't disappoint.
Oh, not at all. That's just the way Destiny works.
And hey, if you think this one's good, yeah, like you said, we're not done with y'all yet. You remember how we said we were going to try and get you to other races tonight? Boy, are we. Where are we going?
We are heading over to Free Enterprise 2. We got Y2 Sky and Apex Corvid already head-to-head. That race has already started. And then, if that's not enough for you, you absolute glutton for Free Enterprise, we have got a race at 11:30 tonight. That's going to be on Free Enterprise 3, Scratch Dragon versus Mike 34. And then, of course, tomorrow we've got 5 races scheduled as well. So this weekend is just going to be full of tournament action.
Yeah, enough Free Enterprise for you. Yeah. Oh. You thought Leviathan drowned you? Oh, I got enough Free Enterprise to take care of that myself. Yeah, don't worry about that. Any final thoughts? Any final words before we let them go?
It's been an absolute pleasure. Like I said, this is the first time we've gotten to do comms together.
Yeah.
And I had a blast.
It was a great time. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I'm
100%.
so looking forward to it. So
Take us out, Martin.
check out our YouTube. We put all the races on YouTube. You can listen to our wonderful commentary there. VODs are available. Discord. Follow the runners. Follow the racers. Follow yourself. I don't know if you have a follow button for yourself. Go try. What's the worst that could happen? And yeah, I think we're done. We'll see you again soon.